The internet, a boundless ocean of information, a breeding ground for connection, but beneath the surface, a darkness lurks. The Backrooms, a place born from whispers and glitches, a digital nightmare. It exists in the shadows of the web. The Backrooms are a labyrinth of endless corridors, walls painted in a sickly yellow hue, the hum of fluorescent lights a constant drone. This is the internet's underbelly, a place where reality frays. The Backrooms are not just a physical space, they are a metaphor. They represent the dark side of our digital world, a place where fear and misinformation spread like wildfire, where anonymity breeds cruelty. We venture deeper into the web, our sense of reality can blur. The lines between truth and fiction become entangled. We become lost in a sea of information overload. The internet is a vast and complex network. It's easy to get lost in its digital tunnels. We click from link to link, falling deeper into the rabbit hole. Algorithms track our every move. They feed us content designed to keep us engaged. Often this content is tailored to our fears and anxieties. It can be a disorienting and unsettling experience. We are bombarded with images and videos. They flash before our eyes at an alarming rate. This constant stimulation can be overwhelming. It's easy to lose track of time and space. We may start to feel disconnected from reality. The internet can be a breeding ground for misinformation and conspiracy theories. These ideas can take root in our minds. They can warp our perception of the world. The human mind is a fragile thing. It is susceptible to suggestion and manipulation. The internet can be a powerful tool for both good and evil. It can be used to educate and inspire, but it can also be used to deceive and control. When we are constantly exposed to negative content, it can take a toll on our mental health. We may start to experience anxiety, depression, and even paranoia. The internet can be a breeding ground for fear. It can amplify our existing anxieties and create new ones. We may start to feel like we are constantly being watched. We may become afraid to express ourselves online for fear of being judged or ridiculed. Sarah was a young woman. She lived a solitary life. She found solace in the digital world. Late one night, while browsing the internet, she stumbled upon a strange website. It was a collection of cryptic messages and disturbing images. Curiosity got the better of her. She clicked on a link. It was a mistake. The website seemed to glitch and distort around the edges. A low hum emanated from her speakers. It was unlike anything she had ever heard before. Suddenly, her screen went black. A shiver ran down her spine. What had she gotten herself into? When her screen flickered back to life, Sarah was met with an image of an empty room. It was identical to the one from the website. Yellowed wallpaper. The hum grew louder. It felt as though it was inside her head. She tried to close the window. Nothing happened. Her mouse was unresponsive. She was trapped. Panic welled up inside of her. She typed frantically. She begged for help. Her words echoed back at her. She was alone. The internet was no longer a source of comfort. It was a prison. Time became meaningless. The only constant was the hum and the endless yellow rooms. Occasionally she would hear a whisper, a faint scratching sound. Was she imagining things? Or was something else in there with her? The website adapted to her actions. It was as if it was alive. It showed her glimpses of her own life, her fears, her regrets. It was a cruel game. The internet was holding up a mirror to her soul. Days turned into nights. The line between reality and the digital world blurred. Sarah's grip on sanity began to slip. She was haunted by the whispers. The feeling of being watched intensified. The internet had become a labyrinth of its own, a place where fear and paranoia reigned supreme. She was lost in the abyss. The Backrooms had become her reality. Section 8. Lost Souls in the Machine. She wasn't alone. She found messages from others, trapped souls. They spoke of endless corridors and the ever-present hum. They spoke of the fear that gnawed at their sanity. They were all prisoners of the Backrooms, victims of the internet's dark heart. Their words offered little comfort. They only served as a reminder of her own isolation. Section 9. A glimmer in the static. One day a message appeared. It was different. It spoke of hope, a way out. It was a long shot, a glitch in the system. But it was all she had left. She clung to this hope. It was a lifeline in the digital abyss. She had to escape. She had to warn others. Section 10. The price of curiosity. Sarah followed the instructions. The hum intensified. The screen flashed erratically, and then silence. She was back in her room. The website was gone, but she was forever changed. The Backrooms had left their mark. She knew the truth. The internet was not a safe haven. It was a place of shadows and whispers. Section 11. The Internet's Echo. Sarah's story is a cautionary tale. It reminds us that the internet is a double-edged sword. It can connect us. It can inform us. But it can also lead us astray. It can trap us in a cycle of fear and despair. We must be careful. We must be aware of the dangers that lurk in the shadows of the web. We must guard our minds against the darkness. The Backrooms are a reminder. The internet is never truly what it seems. The hum still echoes in the back of our minds, a constant reminder of the abyss that lies beneath the surface.